All right, folks, it's time for another dramatic blog reading. How to dehumanize and violate others. You all do it, but here's how. 1. Give in to the identity politics that served as the best distraction from Occupy and eating the rich, and put identity ahead of both individual and class. For example, focus on men categorically, as in Margaret Atwood's dehumanizing essay, Liking Men, which revolted me the moment I read it, assigned by a woman in high school, resonant with so much of my mother's own dehumanization of her series of partners in serial monogamy, disposability culture's core family structure. 2. Define morality such that transgressions like lies and assault are righteous against the oppressor, not violations of moral codes that you keep for self-respect and trusting oneself first and foremost, seriously unjustified by default and with a very high bar or standard of evidence to justify exceptions to equality before the law, as in Chomsky anarchism. Call these pseudo-Robin Hood standard exceptions in that, unlike progressive taxation, which is to be preferred to carbon taxation because of the diminishing marginal utility of money, they do not steal from the rich, but from those who possess a theoretical resource in an amount imposed by social fiat, ironically. Oppression points have become a fiat currency, not a measure of reality, like a relatively free market of blame with regulations, specifically for marketing completeness. It's not the same measure as, say, the ACE scores. At any rate. 3. Using 1. Identify an individual with an oppressor group. Try men or even human, just human, if you're feeling really misanthropic. There's a lot of that now. 4. Transgress against the individual. 5. Feel no remorse. Until you put off the cognitive dissonance via dissociation for years, only to awake one night in a cold sweat and find yourself a monster, a woke and sweaty monster. Instead, focus on the behavior. Behaviorism is a last resort, as with ABA. Love the sinner, hate the sin. Judge a statement on its own merits, ignoring both the individual and the groups they're in.